So holding violin. So from the position, yeah, we are sideways. Hold the violin. I will show it from few different angles so you can kind of figure out how to do it. But from the side, I'm holding my violin, yeah, in my left hand, or maybe I'll do it backward, like, see? So violin is in this hand, left hand. Then hold the violin, support it from the bottom of the violin, flip it over, and place it on your shoulder. Easy, right? And now, I mean, don't try it first thing, but with a shoulder rest, and I trust this shoulder rest, I've played it, I've used it many times, I've got it adjusted the way that I can just hold my violin hands free. So only with a little bit of pressure of my shoulder. But if I take my violin away, see, it doesn't really change. It's not going from being high up and this very bad posture of the shoulders. It's just relaxed, and that's what we should be aiming all the time, that when playing violin, that it doesn't turn into this, and that we are not tense. Because another thing, like musicians or people who learn tend to do, is to have it always reminds me of like little hawk or eagle, you know, or little owl, get all cramped up, ready for attack. We don't need to do that, and the way we want to diminish that tension, because playing violin is not a natural posture. There's nothing natural about it, and that's down to us and our teachers and our kind of consciousness, that from the beginning we have to think about gravity. So gravity, 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 letting those shoulders drop. I mean, even when I sit down and study, read, I catch myself. That's why I've got quite a lot of pain in my shoulders, that, you know, I get tense, and then relax, and tense and relax consciously all the time. The same happens with the violin. When we place the violin, just gently, it's nothing of this kind, yeah, nothing of this sort. It's not grab the violin, tension, no tension. Like, I don't want tension, because it's so important from the start for you to understand. No tension. Of course, be careful with the violin. You don't want to drop it, but when you hold the violin, again, some children unfortunately are encouraged to hold the violin here. See, I want to avoid it. Hold the violin here and then place it on your shoulder. I prefer to hold it here. See, and it's kind of like I would say fourth position. Hold it here. So I touch the body a little bit in this place, but at least I'm holding it not by the body. I try to avoid it at all cost, and I encourage you to do the same, because you don't want discoloration on the instrument. So again, see, it's just my shoulders. Let me do that. My shoulders are the same level, and I just place my violin. Nothing changes here. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Violin, and just grab it. So the violin is very close to my neck, and then I gently scoop it with my neck and place it down. So it's just tiny tilt of the head. Yeah, it's not this or this. I mean, when you play with expression, then of course it changes. You know, I change it all the time. But basically, it needs to come from this little gentle locking the violin in, but not squeezing your shoulder up. If you have to do this to hold your violin, then you have to adjust your shoulder rest to make the space, you know, between the violin and the shoulder rest bigger. So then it can easily sit on your shoulder, and you can just grab it, hold it hands free. And when we are hands free, actually, let me go through the whole thing again from different angles. So as I'm sitting here in front of you, you grab your violin, right? Turn it right upside down, all the way to your neck. Rest it on your shoulder, and just gently place your chin on the chin rest. And you can hold it here if you feel better, you know, holding it, hold it, kind of support it. And that's it. And then when you want to take it off, do just that. And again, put it on your shoulder, chin, ready to go. I'll do it from the other way. So violin, hope you can see me. Yes, you can. Just violin, turn it the way up, on your shoulder, chin, hands free. And the hands free gives you then the opportunity when you start using your fingers, learning how to hold the violin. You are hands free, so there is no tension. You don't have to hold the instrument. So that takes away a lot of pressure, right? Because if we took the shoulder rest off, what would happen? The violin would start dropping down and you would have to hold it, and that would create this tension here, which we don't want. So again, shoulder rest on, shoulder rest on. So the other thing I like to remember it by is make a violin, if it's upside down, make it kind of smiley. So that's a smiley face. So the opposite of the bottom of the violin, of the saddle kind of bit, that's a saddle. So that's rounded this way, and the shoulder rest is rounded this way. I hope that helps. Yes, so let's put it on again, yeah? Got the violin, place it on your shoulder, and we are hands-free. And what happens now, I mean, that's still a few steps before we even learn how to use our fingers. But what happens is we are able to just grab the violin and use it without any tension. So I'm just gently supporting it here because there is tension coming from my fingers, but we want to avoid at all cost grabbing your instrument like this. You want to grab your instrument and be able to just hold it, and your thumb to be flexible, movable, and that space here is very important. That there's nothing in between your violin and your finger. There needs to be relaxed position, basically like that. That's the most natural setting on your instrument you can have. Easy, right?